Can you believe it's Wednesday night again? Welcome, you guys. What's going on? I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock, at 10 p.m. EST, that is, I go live, and I invite all of you to join me. So if you guys are into card care, or if you want to learn how to work on either gaming cards or vintage cards tonight, we'll work on a little bit of everything. And I just want to welcome everybody here, man. It's football season, man. It's football season. So I got some of my favorite football players here tonight, you guys. Hey, Denver. Good to see you guys. Joe, what's up, man? Hey, Jake. Hey, Ryan. What's up, Michelle? Good to see you guys. Yeah, I got a lot going on tonight, man. I'm glad you guys are here. And, hey, Ryan, I sent you back, Ryan. I sent you a message back. You must have not got my message back because I think you were showing me an indent on like an RPA or something. I messaged you. You know me. I sent you a voice message. St. Louis is in the house, and I'm Kurt, and I'm broadcasting live here from the Motor City, you guys. So welcome to Kurt's Card Care, also known as my basement. One-man card show, live on Instagram on Wednesday nights. So if you guys are new to my channel, I've always been a long-time collector and a long-time conservationist, card cleaner, this type of stuff, So if you're new, man, I'll teach you how to take care of your older cards if you like doing that type of stuff. Now, I don't do it for you. I don't have you send me your cards. I'll teach you how to do it, though. But everything I work on, you guys, you'll see it. It's a pattern. I do similar stuff over and over. But there's so many cards out there that need the similar stuff that you can get good at. So, we'll work on cleaning them. We'll work on some dents. We'll work on probably some scratches tonight. We'll do all that fun stuff. And I'll show you how to do it. And none of it's super tricky or hard, I promise you. It's all cool. All right? And thank you, guys. To all my awesome customers out there, you guys are the best. You guys are the absolute best. I look forward to this every week. I look forward to answering all your messages every day. It's like I never felt like so much part of something, you guys. So thanks for that. And tonight, you guys, remember this one from last week? If you guys watch, I tried doing some dent removal on this. I didn't get to the Yu-Gi-Oh card. And I had Yu-Gi-Oh collectors hit me up and say, "Hey, dude, we wanted to see this." All right. So tonight we'll finish that up. You guys, all my card pros out there, all my prep pros out there, you know that I'm happy to refer you. Because just as many people like to buy stuff from me and work on their own cards, there's many people that just would rather hire a pro, And you guys, I'm thinking about doing a conversation for all you pros out there. I want to make sure you're taking care of yourself, not biting off more than you can chew, paying yourself enough money, charging enough. So I'd like to do a conversation one night about for all of you that take on customers, because I know all card care people that take on customers have huge hearts and they'll do anything to make their customers happy. But I just want to make sure you're being taken care of too, because if not, it's gotta be a two-way street, you know what I mean? So maybe we'll do that conversation sometime. But I want you, because what you guys do is a very valuable service, and I want you guys to be able to be taken care of. Okay. So that's that. And hey, Logan, there's Logan. Hey, Logie. Hey, birthday boy. You guys, Logan turned 6 yesterday. So there's my little birthday boy. But I want to start. We got a bunch of stuff to do tonight. So let's get rolling, all right? So let me stand up here. I like to stand and work on my cards. That's kind of the method here. But, dude, cheers to Carlo. Got back some cards and 9s and 10s. You guys, me and my sons just got a bunch of cards back too. And I'm going to show you guys. I got a lot of, we did Beckett. We got Beckett cards, PSA cards, and SGC cards. I like to send to all the grading companies just to send different things to different places. But, I'll get to that some other time, all right? But, what I want to get down with here first, you guys, is I want to show you something. I know that Pokemon is typically the card that I get asked for the most from my customers. However, I do get a lot of people that say, "Hey, man, how come you don't?" Like Yu-Gi-Oh people won't say always to me, "Hey, I want more Yu-Gi-Oh." They'll be like, "Hey, why do you do so much Pokemon cards?" And I'll say, "Hey, I just kind of do what people ask me for." And then they'll be like, "So can I get some Yu-Gi-Oh?" And I said, "Sure." So this was from my buddy Caden, and Caden, if you're watching, what's up, buddy? So Caden collected these as a kid, and he did a good job of taking care of them, but this one is not a good one. So Caden looked like he was eating a Snickers when he got this, but it's good for a card care video. because it looks like just crap stuck to the front. But then it's got a dent in the edge. It's got a dent, a wobble in the edge. And then what else do we got on it? You know what's a good one is the scratches, because it's a common request I'll get. Can we use scratch remover on the back of a gaming card? Yes, you can. And let's just do a little bit of all this tonight, all right? So whether you like gaming cards, I don't care if it's Pokemon or Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, they are built very similar. Now, there are some differences, but is that what it was, Michelle? Kit Kats? That's Caden's mom. So yeah, Kit Kats. All right, Caden. Well, there you go. It's old, but I think we should be able to get it off. So let me move this. And you guys, I'll always answer the questions the best I can. Let me read a couple. If you guys ever get a card too wet, if it's a sports card, that's okay. You just got to dry it all the way. But then if you guys get a gaming card too wet, you can screw them up. That's for sure. But do you know that I've seen some really nice recoveries from people that got a card too wet, and then they'll take the time to hold it between plastic plates for like days with like some weight on top and kind of get that surface to go back down, and then do like maybe a heat press with it. So the key is you don't want to get them too wet ideally, but if you do, maybe we can connect when I'm not on the air and I can give you some more tips. But see, like even Denver's jumping in to help you out. We'll help you out, you guys. We'll help you out. All the people on this call there's a bunch of people on here that are good at card stuff. So I think anybody that asks a question, I'll try to answer it, or one of the talented people on here will. So, and then Scuba Flex, I'll change orange pads. So like if I'm soaking a vintage card, I'll change them the first hour, the second hour, and then by the third hour, these thin cards are slow, and then maybe once the next day, and then I'll just finish it between the black pads. But let me get, you guys, here's what I need. I need card kit stuff. So I need one of these. I can clearly see that I need card spray on this card because of the crap that's on it. But here's something you want to be careful with. It's probably been on there a long time, so you don't want to cause any more scratches getting it off. So what I would suggest doing is getting a little card spray on a cotton. I just did 2 little sprays. And I'm going to hold this just over the stain for a second. I don't know. I mean, this card is from 1996, and Caden is like how old's Caden now? 22 years old. So this could have been on there for a long time. So if you guys come across substances on a front of a card like this, just try to work. Just do a little bit at a time, and I think you're right, Michelle. I think it's chocolate or something. Look, it's working. Fortunately, you guys, if you ate and were eating snacks playing with your gaming cards when you were a kid, they have a plastic surface. So look that doesn't work like that with sports cards, man. Unless it's like a new sports card. But gaming cards rock this way because even if they're nasty, you can wipe them down real good. Look at that. Holy crap. I get excited about dirt removal or chocolate removal or whatever. I don't want to touch that anymore, though. It's kind of gross, so we're gonna change. Let's try another one. I look down. I'm like, that does not look good. You don't really want to, Dave. Don't spray the card. Just control it, because if I sprayed the whole card, I have to go and work on it real quick. I just want to, and especially when it has this crusty stuff dried on it. I just want to maybe you guys can see this. Do you see how I'm just putting the card spray? I'm just getting the dirty spots wet. That's what I was doing. So instead of just spraying it, I'm just putting it on there. The stuff on the bottom, it's got to be the same stuff on the top. So, I mean, it's got to come off easy, in my opinion. It was a messy one, though. Michelle, you got to get Caden and have him watch this with me right now. This is so funny. Happy Wednesday to everybody, man. Yeah, look at this. again, you guys, tonight, stick around because I got a good lineup tonight. I got some of my favorite football players coming up too. Walter Payton, Tom Brady, Barry Sanders. And I even got a Justin Herbert card tonight. And we'll see how fast we go. Sometimes I think I'm going to get all this stuff done and I get talking too long. Holy crap. Look at this, you guys. This is remarkable. No doubt. I believe it, Michelle, because look, it's like brown and it does have a little bit of an orange Dorito. Every other one of Cade's cards were, he took good care of them. But this one's special. Come on, focus. I'm going to try to get the focus back here. Look at you guys, we're doing a good job of cleaning it, but even with what we're doing, it's still got a bunch of crap on it. So here's a key thing. Here's a good thing about Card Care Live. When you guys are picking up dirt or substances like this, don't keep using it because if it is, I don't know, it's actually really sticky. I don't want to create scratches. And I don't even know if this card's worth any money. I didn't even go as far as that part, but I just thought the dirty part was sweet. So the point is, if it was worth any money or is worth any money, you don't want to remove stuff and scratch it at the same time. So keep going. Usually, you guys, it doesn't take 3 cotton circles to clean one card, but sometimes I guess it does. So let's get the cleaning part done. Yeah, this is a nasty one. But you know, when you're younger and you play games with cards and you eat snacks at the same time, it just happens, I guess, you know? Yeah, it's awesome. Let's do the back, you guys. Kind of probably just more of the same stuff. And hey, you guys pumped as much as I am. It wasn't a good opening weekend for my favorite football teams. I love Michigan, and they did not play well. And then I watched the Lions, and holy boring was that game. Good Lord. So I hope your teams are doing well so far, week 1. What I learned from week 1 was one of my old U of M quarterbacks is now has been anointed in Minnesota as the next best thing based on watching Sports Center or Get Up or Hot Take or whatever I was watching. They were ready to consider J.J. McCarthy the next Tom Brady, so I learned that from one win. No, I have a good question here. It says, House the Cool said, I'm guessing you wouldn't use recovery on a pack fresh card. No, dude, you definitely would. Like the shiny cards, like check these out. House of Cool. These are all pack fresh cards. Look at these scratches, like next to Porzingis' face. See that scratch? Look at this. These are all pack fresh. Look at these. I could sit here and do scratch removal on. Look at this. This was out of a pack of cards, you guys, and that's how scratched up that thing is already. So yeah, when you you guys, if you buy shiny cards, always take a look at them under the light because a lot of them are cool, but there's a lot of them, man, that are scratched up, dude. You know, so whatever. But okay, let's take a look here. It's clean, but now we're down to some scratches. All right, so I see some scratches on the back, and the front is still kind of dirty. Man, I could have done a whole show on this damn card, you guys. Bear with me. Hold on. I saw the crap on it, but I didn't think it was that heavy. Yeah, and another. That's 3. That's a good one. Only here, right? So that's that. And now, you guys, I want to do something with you too. So, you see that nice bump we got here? Watch the light hit it right there on that edge. So let's fix that. I want to grab a plate. I'm hoping we can fix that, you guys. I think we can. So what, if you guys can see, we're just, this edge right there is what I'm trying to fix. It just has a little blip up like that. So those things are hard. You know what I mean? It's these cards being plastic and rigid, sometimes these things pop right down, man. And sometimes it's just you got to do this 20 times. But let me show you. I'm going to put it now. That penny sleeve is disgusting. Let's try this one. So next, you guys here. Hey, you guys ever wonder, sometimes I'll get a question that says, hey, why is there a straw in the kit? Well, if you need a beverage while you're cleaning cards, that's fine. Or you can do this. I'll use a straw to get the edge a little bit, just a little bit humid. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I was just breathing my hot breath on there, and you guys can see it, right? See my good old steamy breath? But I try to do stuff like this, you guys, to teach you simple things. So you don't have to do a bunch of backflips to get like a little bump out of a card. Sometimes it can just be easy like this. Well, I should say that after I take a look at it, but I didn't see a wrinkle. Wrinkles are hard, I'll tell you that. But I'm just using my card tool here, and I'm just kind of like, it looks like here's the method I was doing. If you guys can see it, I was just kind of like walking with it down like that. And it's not really about a ton of pressure. It's just kind of a little bit of a push. Let me see if we made any difference. I want to do it from this side a couple times too. Yeah, Ryan, I tell you guys, like, I know it's not the most glamorous method using a little bit of hot breath in the card tool, but I tell you what, if you guys you could sit with a box of cards with these two devices, good old straw and the card tool, and pull value out of a whole stack of old cards doing this type of stuff. I know polishing a card or getting a scratch out is like sexy and fun, and it's like cool. But man, being able to knock out these edges and stuff like that's where a lot of these points come off, you guys. You know what I mean? Especially if you guys are like people like to grade cards. It's the technicalities, man. Because there's some great looking cards that are like a 2 or a 3. Because it's all this the technicals, all the corners, edges, stuff like that. Let's take a look. That's good. See, I want you guys to watch the soft light. See how we don't got a big bump anymore? It was right there. So that was because of just a little warm breath and a good old card tool. Okay, so now I want to see if we can make some progress with getting this thing a little bit cleaner. It is kind of nasty. If you guys can see it. Do you see how? So the card spray is good at getting a bunch of junk off of it, right? Can you guys still see how like it's nasty kind of still? Like just has a bunch of kind of, then the back has a lot in it. This is where this is a good question. And it's a great question because people will say, hey, are you replacing your card polish with this stuff, the recovery? No, I'm definitely not. But it sure is nice to have a little bit of like a combo where you can do cleaning and shining, because that's going to do a good job of cleaning this up. You guys memorize this real quick. And I got pictures and stuff, but see how it's fairly beat up? This will clean and condition, and if we're left over with any light scratches, we're going to go after them. All right, so let's do this. And hey, if you guys don't mind, I was thinking about you. I wanted to show you something tonight. Stick around, because you see this pile of stuff over here? I want to show you guys how I buy cards, okay? These are all cards that I bought in the past couple weeks, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking for, okay? So like, and it's not like some secret I got to keep to myself. There's so many damn cards for sale that I could teach everybody what I'm looking for, finding the fixable stuff. And I'm still going to go out and find all the stuff I'm looking for, you know what I mean? So I encourage you guys, whether it's with cards or whatever you do, live in abundance, man. Teach people cool stuff. It always comes back to you 1,000 times, you know what I mean? So I want to do a prospecting talk tonight, because I think you guys, as much as you guys might enjoy watching me do card stuff like this, it all starts with knowing what stuff to pick up. Because if you guys gave me just a random blind pile of cards that I had no chance to prospect, my results are going to go down. I have to be able to look what I'm doing. So check this out. You guys want to see something cool? So let's look at this side of the card. We just polished this side of the card. Do you see this? Just look at the lights, and then look at the bottom part of it. Now let's do the bottom side where we didn't clean yet. See that? It's all that little hidden stuff, man. I know it's cool when you can see like a huge dirty card, like the one we just clean, like the front. But man, this is like real realistic stuff. This real hidden little crap in there. So what we're going to do is just simply card polish it off. But you got to keep your eyes on that stuff. Get a good light, my friends. If you're sitting at a desk or you got a little card station, make sure you got some good overhead lights. You gotta kind of see the matrix when it comes to this stuff. You guys, Scuba, you can go back and forth, but here's my method. I like to use the cleaning polish like we're doing right now, because it's gonna take care of cleaning, conditioning, and little light abrasions. And if I'm left with anything, if I'm left with little scratches, I'm gonna be able to see them. So it makes the most sense, in my opinion, to go spray, polish, and then if there's any, and if you're working on plastic stuff like this, anything that you're left with, little light scratches, do the recovery. Hey, cheers for the first. I see somebody said it's my first live. Welcome. If it's your first live, anybody here, man, thanks for being here. Check this out. You guys remember what we were just doing? Look at this now. Isn't that kick ass? Like, now let's do the front, because the front, even though it doesn't have all the chocolate on it anymore, it's still far from good. It's very dull right now. There's a lot on it. It's like you'll see. I feel like I always have to describe stuff the best I can, and sometimes I just feel like saying, hey, it's just got some shit on it. So that's it. And then if you guys haven't seen something like this before, pay attention now. Not only to the dirty part, but I'm going to show you the holographic part will look really good too. And you know, I've noticed, you guys, I don't know if like I have any hardcore Yu-Gi-Oh people on here, but I've noticed that Pokemon cards, like the holographic area on the Pokemon cards, scratch a lot easier than Yu-Gi-Oh. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh is very, I don't know if it's scratch resistant is the right word, but it doesn't seem to scratch very much. And I had a whole book of these things that I was trying to use for a demonstration, and it's like, I got to have some problems in order to make a demonstration. And I was looking at the holographics of all of these, man, and they were like in really good shape. So I don't know if they're just a tougher material, but like this one doesn't have any scratches on it. So there's no, but you see even up here, I think you guys, this is all residue possibly from like an old penny sleeve. It's challenging. I can still see it a little bit in there. You guys run into this? Because we did card spray and card polish. Let's try. And I just don't want, and you guys, like the lettering on here is like press. I don't think that this is a type of lettering that you want to clean over too much, because I can feel it with my thumb and it looks like you could pull it out. So Yu-Gi-Oh friends, be careful with the letters, because to me, those look like you could clean them out. So, as always, just work on cheap stuff, please. And because you don't want to pull the letters and stuff like that out of your, something that's important to you. So what I want to do, guys, before we move on, is I want to see if we can get some of these light scratches out of the back. Now, some of them are not so light, but let's just do an application. That's why we do this stuff. That's why we get together on Wednesday. All right, so I'm not going to use, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cap up my card polish. You guys always keep your card polish capped up. I want you guys to be able to use this all the way to the bottom, so don't let it dry out on you, okay? So I can still use my applicator tonight, but I'm just going to cap it up right now. I'm going to grab a different applicator. Dude, it's Scuba. It's crazy that you asked me about baseballs. Hang tight. I'm going to be doing an experiment with a baseball. I got a Harmon Killebrew signed ball with a bunch of yellow on it that I'm going to do a test with. So I promise to report if I do something good. My buddy Tim gave it to me and said, dude, you got to work on a baseball. So I will report to you guys on that. So this is all the amount of recovery I want to use. And when using recovery, you guys, this is a scratch remover. So you don't have to be afraid of it, but it's not like using card polish. Card polish, you guys could put 20 applications on here and you'll be fine. This is buffing the surface. Now I want you to listen to something, okay? Listen. Hear it? It's working. I want to hear almost that little scrub noise. And now I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna have a no. That was so. This is the wet side. Now I'm gonna go to the dry side. Listen. That's what I want you to hear. Little squeaks, all right? And now look at. You do it right, you're not going to mess up any of the card. You're just going to buff that surface. You're looking for the squeaks, listening for the squeaks. And then we're going to come in with a towel. And I take it off in little tight circles too. All right, are you ready? And I'm not pressing hard, guys. I'm not pressing hard. But look at, watch this. Got a couple, like that's more of an indent than a scratch, you guys. You got something like that? That ain't going to go anywhere. But those little faint little hairline scratches that were all over this thing, looks way better. So, whoops. I was trying to grab my mouse because I wanted to show you guys a picture. But I'm going to show you something real quick. All right. So this is where we landed. And I want to show you guys where we started, okay? So that was the card just a few minutes ago. And this was dirty, but we had a lot of scratches, a lot of micro scratches in this area. Okay? And then, let me get my phone back on here. And then we'll look at it from down there and bring it all the way up. And it looks a lot better, right? So there we go. So that would be my breakdown of a super dirty Yu-Gi-Oh card, you guys. So Yu-Gi-Oh fans and collectors, hope that one helps you guys. Got that edge looking good. Got the front looking good. And yeah, just be careful with those letters. I think you could pull those out, especially if you guys used recovery on those letters. I think you'd remove them. So I don't want you to do that. And just for the sake of it, I won't ruin this one either. It looks cool. It's Caden's anyways. All right, Caden, your card doesn't have Doritos or what do you call it? Kit Kat on it. Bruce, what's up, man? So let me move on here, you guys. Now, the next thing I want to do tonight is, since we got some scratch remover out, let's use it real quick. Hey, you guys, I still believe in this guy. I think that he's going to be a powerhouse. There's so many good quarterbacks out there, but I do think that Herbert will be a good one. And I don't know, it was like, what's up, you guys? Good to see you. I don't know if you guys can relate, but sometimes you'll watch an auction and you'll just be like, get to the end of it. I'll get to the end of the auction. I'll be watching stuff. And I've always been a sucker for these clear cards. I just think they look cool. And then I saw it was like Justin Herbert. I bought this like last year. I think it was like a maybe $150 or $200. I thought it was a good deal compared to some of the crazy impulse things I'll buy. But I saw this and I was like, I'll buy it. So I've had it ever since, and I don't plan on. There's no room for improvement. It's a 10 card, a 10 grade, and a 10 autograph. But man, I get it, and it's all the damn slab is all scratched up, and I'm like, dude, I don't want it. It looks like shit. So you know what it reminds me, you guys, of? I think like die cuts. I'll be 44 in a few months, so like that's my age, right? And then in like 92, 93, die cuts started coming out, and they were special. So like if you were a collector back in the day, I don't know. Whenever I see die cuts today, I have like a spot for them. I'm like, oh, I love these things, you know. All right, so now I'll show you how to clean it up. Let's flip this thing around. And then you guys, I think we might talk about prospecting, and then we'll do Walter Payton, Tom Brady, and Barry Sanders. All right, hang with me, you guys. We got a lot to cover. All right. And everybody, thanks for being here, and thanks for the questions, and thanks to all my regulars on here helping everybody out and answering questions. I appreciate you guys. And here's all I'm talking about. But like, I think that, as collectors, that's annoying, right? I mean, I'm not being too particular, am I? Maybe, but I hate scratches like that all over a slab, especially when the card is freaking clear. It just looks like that grinds my gears. So let's fix it, and I'm confident we can. We're going to do the same thing here, but a little bit different, okay? Oh, good. Look at this. Gave me a good teaching moment. If your recovery ever is sticking on you and are not wanting to come up, you can take the bottom off and just give it a little push. All right. And that will get it pumping again for you, okay? So then, yeah, dude, when you hit a die cut in the 90s, or a hologram, a Michael Jordan hologram or something like that, man, that was sweet. Because cards sucked. Yeah, I mean, this is cool because it's vintage, and like this is cool because it's vintage, but really these cards kind of suck the way they look. They were not that fun. So like when you got a freaking shiny card of Michael Jordan that looks like he was jumping out and grabbing you, it was like, holy crap. I must have more of these. But I don't know. I think that was the era, man. I think that 90s music, 90s fashion, 90s cards. I'm stuck in the 90s is what I'm trying to tell you guys. But there was so much variety, wasn't there? I felt like there was so much effort and self-expression if you were old enough to remember it, It wasn't all like, everything wasn't perfect, but like, the 90s were a badass generation. And I'm glad I got to grow up in them. I was a teenager all through the 90s. It was fun. So here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, right? Atomic refractors. Like, that stuff was sweet. You never heard of words like that or anything like that. I've never heard of a word, an atomic refractor used in card collecting. It was all like set building. And then all of a sudden this crazy cool shit came out. And it was just like, if you're 10, 12, 13 years old, you're like, must have all of this. And since I didn't really mature much past 12, 13, or 14 years old, welcome to Kurt's Card Care. All right, so now I'm going to use the cotton, you guys, because I can get a good buff. Remember, let's listen. You can hear it just like it starts off with almost like kind of a shushing noise. Now listen. That's the noise you want to hear. I'm just doing medium to light pressure, just doing surface connections. All right, so now I'm going to flip it. Dude, Ryan, dude, I could listen. Me and my buddies would play NHL PA 94 and listen to Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream over and over and over. And you know what? It was like the greatest hangout sessions ever. And I remember, like, I'd come home and my mom would be like, what do you and your friends talk about? I'm like, nothing. She's like, nothing? I'm like, no, we don't even talk. We just listen to freaking Smashing Pumpkins and play hockey games. That's it. They're the best friends I ever had, too. We'd just sit together. We'd hang out and we'd play video games. So, how's that? That better? No more scratches. But you guys heard it, right? It was the squeaking, and then you could hear the product working. So that's why, you guys, there's different ways to use recovery. So if you're new to using it, I want you to get comfortable with it. But see, that's how fast you can make a huge difference, and you're doing that. You're doing those surface corrections to the front of cards too. So that's why when you're working on like a scratch removal on an optic, you can use the cotton buffing method because it's so heavy. It's a heavy front. But then it's like if you're going to work on, one of these, if you started using cotton and started like buffing it like this, like that I was just doing with this one, you'd cut into it. You'd mess it up. So just different applications, okay? I tell you guys, like that music from that generation was so amazing to me. Like it shaped like I'll show, like it shaped my life. Like I had not only did I listen to it, man, I had to buy all the guitars from all my heroes and like learn how to play all their songs. And then like, I worked in radio, so like I got to meet all my favorite bands. Like that was a great. I did a picnic with Metallica in 2004. That was Chris Cornell signed that for me. There's Scott Weiland, Wolf Mother. So like music is a huge, huge, huge love of my life. Collecting memories and cards and guitars and all that stuff. But you guys, what I want to do next, if it's cool. So like, let's see, like we got that one done. So nice and shiny there. I want to talk to you guys about prospecting, if that's all right. Because, it's like every Wednesday I try to come up with something good and worth watching, because, it's like we'll get, a lot of people to come and watch these shows, and I want to make sure, like, the host inside me wants to give you a good show. And I'm thinking that, like, I have a lot of cards, that I buy and use for demos and all that good stuff. But what I really think that it comes down to my eye has been trained for a long time of knowing what to buy. And then all this stuff I can show you guys, it works. So when it comes to buying, if it's cool with you guys, I just want to show you some stuff. And I'm going to show you some stuff that I buy. And let me think here if there's anything else I can give you guys. Yeah, you guys, I definitely do old concert tickets. I'll show you a couple good ones. So like there was my that was my Woodstock ticket. I did a video on that. There's Nirvana final tour ticket. So yeah, I do. Anything made out of paper or plastic, you can kind of, if you follow my methods, you'll be good at working on most things made out of paper or plastic. But let me show you what I'm talking about, all right? So let me actually cheers you guys. Cheers to everybody. Thanks for being the greatest people ever to work with and be, being a part of our crew and, and just adding card care to your collecting, I just appreciate you guys. So cheers. Or pour it down my face. Probably not the best idea to be drinking coffee at 11 o'clock at night, but it happens. Oh man, Audio Slave in Cuba, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I got to meet Chris Cornell and Tom Morello. Chris Cornell sings for Audio Slave, and if you guys aren't big music fans, Chris Cornell, he was the lead singer also of Soundgarden, so huge powerhouse, one of the greatest rock and roll voices of all time. And he was just awesome. The lead singer of Audio Slave, got to meet him. It was crazy because I only got to know him from the videos, so you picture this giant like person that's gonna show up, and he was a normal dude, but meeting somebody like that was pretty damn cool. So let me turn this around. I'm gonna do some prospecting with you guys, all right? So when I'm looking for cards to do some projects with, I will typically start with looking for. I'll look at everything. I'll go up and down the list, but let me share a few things with you guys. All right. I'm going to show you a couple things, and here's what I'm always looking for. Oh man, Chris Cornell, man, just I could listen to that guy sing the freaking ABCs. He's such a powerhouse singer. I never got to meet Lane Staley. That would be a great guy to meet too. But let me show you guys some stuff that I picked up, all right? So like Barry Bonds rookie card. But I don't buy a good one. I buy one like that because I can teach you guys how to get gum out, okay? So that's my Barry Bonds rookie card. The 1969 or 71, 72, 70, 71 tops, like all these old basketball cards. I get questions about, people will collect these forever. So I like to buy some with stains on them so I can be prepared for that. And then I'll go look for the key players, the Dr. J's, Wilt Chamberlains and such, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and everything like that. So that's that one. Same deal, Ozzy. I'll go for, this one has some stains on the back too. So it's an 82 tops. That's right. So those were a couple that I had picked up. And then moving on here, guys, a couple other ones I like to look for. I like to look for the ST because you can search eBay for PSA ST. You can search PSA for gum, or eBay for gum stains. Look at this one. So this is an 8. And I love Hulk Hogan. He just means a lot to me, just for a lot of reasons, probably why he means a lot to you guys. But that guy means a lot to me. So anyways, look at that though. 8ST got gum stains all over the back. And if you guys want me to do one of these like next week, I'll be happy to do it. But like, so this is a good purchase. It's an 8 with a stain. I can get rid of that stain. And then here's the OPC version, you guys. So look, I bought this because it's a 5. And I look at it and I'm like, all right, it looks nicely centered. And then I looked at the picture and I'm like, all right, there's just a little kicked up corner right there. That's an easy fix. And then the back is just dirty because it's the OPC version. Let's semi-soak it and clean this thing up. Yeah, brother is right. You know, so like, how easy is, look at this. I can get all that out of there. So like a 5, come on, hit me. Like, I'd rather buy this, have fun with a project, go get it regraded, get a high score on it, and be like, hey, you know, that was way more fun than just buying one. Because buying stuff is simple. I love making little trophies, you know what I mean? So those are there. Look at this one, you guys. Did you guys see my video I posted yesterday? These all day long. Watch this. Look at this corner. See that dent? Oh, hold on, let me try to give you guys a better view. Right there. But look at the circle. So anyways, it dents. You know what we can do? Some pads and a heat press and some spray. Freaking awesome, right? So that will turn out great. This card, 6.5. I look at it online. There is no sort of chips around the edges or corners. The corners are all sharp. And then I look at it and I got a couple soft little dents in it. It's a paper card. So all day long. Semi-soak, right? Simple. So on and so forth. So you guys, that's the stuff. And then, oh hell, we got another one. You guys like Babe Ruth? I like Babe Ruth. Check this out. I look at this and I'm like, it's a 1. A 1932 Sinella, Type 2. I'm like, all right. Online, I'm like, man, sure does look good on the front. Let's flip it around. Oh, this got a little bit of glue on it. You know, and I can take care of that. So you guys, that's what the yeah, you guys. So scuba, I always use a couple sprays on the pads. Like if I'm gonna heat press something, I'll do a mist on each pad with card spray, so I can get that card nice and flat. I'm using a heat press to make cards flat, so a little bit of card spray goes a long way. But that's the type of stuff, you guys, that I'm always looking for projects. Because if I just like went to like a card show, and if I just went to a card show and like was looking for this stuff, probably not going to find it, because I'd say most vendors bring their Sunday's best, you know what I mean? So you're going to see like a lot of, Gary, what's up, homie? So you're going to see a lot of 9s and 10s at card shows, which are cool. If you can get a 9 and turn into a 10, that's cool. But I like being able to see stuff like this and show you guys stuff like this. So that's what I'm always buying. Stuff like that where I'm like, all right, yeah, you guys, I'll do the Babe Ruth, no problem. You know, that's a card that I've bought over and over. And I even have one, I'll show you right now. I even have one that I just got all the, where did I put it? Yeah, I'm looking for my projects that I put all over the place. Oh yeah, here it is. So here's another one, you guys. So look at, you see the glue on the back? I'll buy these all the time, because look at, there's one that had a bunch of glue and stuff all over the back, just like this one did, because they were all in scrapbooks. No more. So like, just keeping your eyes open of knowing what to buy. So the buy is really kind of the whole card care is like predicated on the buy, I think, you know, you guys. So it's like finding stuff that you can fix is the ticket, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, we can do this one, you guys. I'll make a video with you guys on it and put this stuff down, and then we're gonna do Walter Payton and Tom Brady. All right, so hang tight. Oh, before I do that, you guys, I got to show you something. Josh, Josh, now I know who outbid me. You guys know the trick on the Babe Ruth Sonellas now. Go buy them up, man. You guys will find a ton of them with that. You can semi-soak them and clean them up. That's my gift from me to you guys for a vintage card care project that you can nail every time. But you know what? There's a million of those cards, and they're fun to pick up, and they're fun projects. And I've probably worked on 50 of them in my life because they're just fun to buy, and they're easy to do. I want to show you guys something. Let's see here. Remember this one from last week? Remember if you guys were here last week, that was one of my cards from last week. And I couldn't figure that thing out, man. It has like this dent, so I just did a semi-soak on it. So I want to show you guys something. Okay, sorry. I was like losing my connection, I thought, for a second. Okay, so... All right, so let me show you guys where we landed. I did a semi-soak on this card last week to try to get this dent out. I did it 3 times. 3 times. Ready? Still there, man. Couldn't do it. It just won't change. You know, so the lesson here is try, you know? It's like, here's the good news. Do you see any damage to this card? No. I did 3 semi-soaks on this thing last week to try to impress myself and to try to impress you guys, and I got this far. So I didn't get that far with it. But it just won't change, man. It's just one of those cards that will not... It just won't do it. And there's nothing on the back. I can't push forward. It's just in there. You know what I mean? So I wanted you guys to know that... you know, I talk to collectors every day, and they're like, every single one you work on gets better, man. And I'm like, yeah, right, I wish. Like, I wish. You know, the thing is, like, I'm explaining to you guys more tonight. I really look for stuff intentionally that I think I can fix because I'm always prospecting. But even when I'm prospecting my best, man, there's still stuff that's, like, freaking impossible, you know? So I couldn't get it. So I'm done. I did everything I know how to do, and I'm getting 0 results. That's telling me, enjoy this cool card because there's no more room for projects. And I will. And you know what? I will get the card graded because I don't like it sitting in a case like this. So, like, I don't even know, maybe a couple points off. I don't care. I don't go after tape cards. You guys, somebody asked me tape. I don't. Tape cards, they always, if they release the brown and, you know, the adhesive gets grody on the card, just a pain in the ass job that takes forever. There are ways to get successful, but it's most of the time it's too tough, in my opinion. All right, so now let me see. I want to follow along here. I made a list tonight so I can stay on track. Barry follow up, show and tell, and then we did Walter and Brady. All right, so you guys remember this one from last week? This was when we did Should I Crack It last week. You know, I'll hold up a card and say, should we crack it? You guys told me to crack this one. So this is a 1976 Walter Payton. It was graded a PSA 6. And I bought this on, I think, eBay because you know how I do it. You know, I just stare at the front and go, all right. So let's take a look, you guys. So this was a PSA 6. And if you have experience grading this card, you could maybe tell me like what you think. But so I cracked it open. And so let's look at it the way I did online. You know, like the centering looked pretty good left and right. So, you know, it's sitting a little low compared to the top. But it looks nice. And then I looked at the back. And, you know, like I said, it's a little... But it looked nice, you know? So here's what I found when I opened it up to you guys. And I can't find anything else. I don't know if they are just so hard on this card. That they just don't want to give it a good grade. But the only thing I could find was like this little bump on the side. And it's even hard to... Can you guys see this right here by my thumb? It's like an indent. That was the only like structural thing I could find. I don't even know if it makes a good demo, but can you guys see what I'm talking about? It's like right there. There we go. Now you can see it where the light's hitting it. That's the only like thing I could find on it. that looks like anything I could like at least fix. You know, I can't fix the centering side of things, but I want to try to get that little glitch to go flat. All right, so thank you guys. I appreciate you guys coming to watch the show, man. So like, okay, here's what I want to do. Let me take my phone off here. That's the thing I'm trying. I don't even know, you guys, if I can change this shape. But that's what I'm seeing. That's the only thing that I could... Oh, let me show you. I didn't even do the best part. I get all excited, you know. So look at this. Look, watch the surface. There's no problems with the surface. There's not even any dents in it. So you see what I'm saying? Like sometimes, man, it's just like worth it to buy these things. Yeah, there's some print plate marks, you guys, on it. I have, and I see a little, okay, so I found that on it. And then I found a little circle. I'll show you guys that too. Like a little, but it's like, it looks like almost like it's hard to tell. And those are like little print plate stains under the Walter. Yeah, you guys, if you can see that, that's like, it's like a little circle, maybe just like a little drop of something. I don't know, but that's it. And it was like, so that's a 6, I guess. So let's do our normal. I'm going to do, hey, we get the straw out again tonight. Because anytime I'm working with a paper card, you guys, this is my number one method is if I have a little edge thing. And then we'll look at that little circle under the O. Because that's all I could see too. That's all I could see. And you guys, next I'm just going to use... Can you see? You can see a little chip from there, can't you? Let's see if they can get this out. And I'm looking at it, you guys. I'm like right on top of it, looking down. And I'm barely touching this edge. Like very, very touching, okay? I know it's quiet. I'm holding my breath. Because you know what'd suck? Is to chip that little freaking piece of paint off. I'm just going to do the back too. And I'll get this, of course, regraded, you guys, and we'll see if it changes or anything like that. But like, I feel like the only thing it's like the only thing I had there was like this little bump. And watch the light. I got it flat. And the edge is a little bit of a wobble cut on these older cards, but like that was the only thing I could see sticking up. Now I want to look at the back edge again. Let's watch the light as we turn it. Yeah, I got it down. I mean, that's as much as... Now I see this little circle under the Payton. So let's take a look. What's up, you guys? Thanks everybody for checking in tonight, man. It's good to see everybody. Hope your September is cruising along well. You know what I want to do, you guys? We'll just try. I want to put a little cards. Here's what I want to do, because this looks oily. This is a good teaching moment. I am glad you guys are here tonight. So let's try this. So I want to do the... I want to put a little bit of card polish on this little stain spot down here, because it looks like a little oil spot. It's I know it's like hard to, you guys, if you usually watch my show, I'll usually get super dirty crap to work on, but tonight we're just doing a little bit more kind of more near mint condition stuff. So I'm showing you right here. There's like this maybe a little stain. It's hard to say, but I'm going to try to put a little card polish on it. I'm going to let it sit for a minute. because sometimes, you guys, you can let the base, you can put the card polish on there, and it will be like a magnet sometimes, man, and get the dang, what do you call it? Those little oil stains to come up. But you got to let it kind of sink in for a second. So it's easy for me to say that, but it's much better for me to show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, anytime you guys have a circle stain and it's all dense, it's usually from an oil, which again could be from snacks. It could even be something from maybe the production process where you're not going to get far with it, but always possible. It's always possible. I've got a lot of unique stains out of cards. So here's what I want to show you guys. So check this out. So you see how I just put the card polish on there and I let it sit for a minute? Now, do you guys see that I made the whole spot damp? You can't see just that circle as much anymore. You can see like a damp spot. That's what I want to do. I want to get it all damp there with card polish. And then hopefully it will all evenly evaporate together. Hopefully we can just lift it out. Yeah, Comic Guy said I got one with an oil stain. I couldn't remove it. It's tricky stuff, man. It can just be like that little teeny dot. And if you guys grade cards, you can send in cards that look great to get graded, and you get a 6 on it, and you're like, well, what the hell? And sometimes, man, it's just the technicals will tear you down, like a little stain or this or that. So take your time to look at them under the lights like this. I know sometimes you guys might be watching this going, I wish I could see the card better. Well, what you're wanting to see is the light. That's really what you're here to see. Of course, we'll take time to look at how handsome Mr. Payton used to be. God rest his soul. But the light is what we're looking for on a show like this. We want to make sure that we get the stains and stuff out. So, you guys, I'm just going to take a picture tomorrow. But you see how this is important. Let me make sure I can showcase it. Or maybe more light. I don't know. Let's figure this out. You guys can see that the card polish left a damp spot, right? That's what I wanted. Now I'm going to let this card sit out, and we're going to let it dry and evaporate. And hopefully that process will pull it out. I'll do a before and after picture. Let's put it down there. And you guys got time to hang out with me for a few more minutes? We'll do one more. And this one, you guys, man, this is intriguing to me, this card right here. And what I want to do, you guys, is show you what I'm seeing here. And gosh, I would love to get this today. Hey, man, I know it was a tough day, you guys, today, too, man. It's been a tough go in the world lately, man. God dang. I just, I feel that, like, I feel like the older I get, the more helpless and out of control I feel like, mankind is or something, you know what I mean? So, it's all you guys watching, it's like, be the best leader and make a dent where you're sent, man. Be the best you at home. Be the best you at work. Just go that extra mile, man. I think that's a time in humanity where people just need a little more effort, and God, I know it's weird days in the world, man. That is for sure. So, it is sometimes. That's why I understand why it's nice to sometimes just come home and sit at your desk and play with your baseball cards and be like, dude, I need a mental break from the world for the day. So let's do our mental break with each other for a few more minutes, and I'll let you guys get back to it. So look at this. 9.5 centering, 9 edges, 9 corners, 4.5 surface. Woof. Ouch. So this is the regular, you guys. This is the regular. So this is the paper version. So let me show you this one. All right. So remember, 4.5 surface. I want you guys to be interactive with me here. Now, is this the grader having a bad day, or do you guys really feel... and either way is fine. I'm not trying to influence you, but look at... Here's what I can see. Look below the word Brady. I have a little ding right there on the surface. I see that. Let's go over... Oh, we already did. I don't even need to give you guys look at, right? I don't even need to... Look, centering, edges, everything looks tight. Super tight. Surface, 4.5. So ready? I can see almost like on my Pokemon cards where the rail dents. Can you guys see it? Watch. I want you guys to watch right here and right here. and it goes down the front of the card. Okay? And then on the back, you guys, like, I'm looking on the back, and I mean, I got like a little tiny, like, ripple right on the back edge, but like, I'm stretching for it. Do you guys see the, so the track marks kind of go through to the back too. And yeah, it's like, that's it. All right. So that's another thing, you guys, like card care lovers, go, like, do you know that when I see these subs, I was like, oh my God, get me this. I have to have this card. So, you know, so that's what, you know, I thought 4.5 Nick was a little harsh too. I was like, man, 4.5, you know, and you know what? You guys, I think that some of these are from the printing process, because like this card is in mint condition. Well, in my eyes, it's in mint condition. It never looks like it was handled or played with or anything, but it looks like it was, because that's not from a collector. I just wonder if it was pressed this way. So we're gonna do the most simple basic step, and you guys know what we're gonna do. If this is your second time here, or maybe even third, you know what we're gonna do. We got to do a semi-soak, man. We got to like nurture it back. And like, here's the thing I want to tell you guys about 2000 Bowman. The back is shiny like the chrome card. The front is like paper finish. You know, like just like your normal, like the 89 score, or, you know, any 90s basketball paper. It's a modern paper. So if you guys are ever like wondering how to work on, here's a good thing that I want to tell you guys, and then we'll do this and we'll wrap it up. If you guys want to learn some of the best practices and tips, on my website, at the top, click on TCG, and it'll give you the breakdown of all the stuff that I can teach you how to do with your gaming cards. Vintage, pretty simple, right? But vintage, here's where I define vintage for card care. From when cards started until 1988. That's my vintage window. 89 and up, it is going to be what I consider modern era paper cards. All right, so modern era paper, if it's not a chrome. So if you guys want best practices, click on my website there. All right. So yeah, this one was a weird one to me. I took it out just today, and I was like, man, it doesn't look that bad in my opinion. But we're going to semi-soak it and hold it. That's what we're going to do. All right, so let me show you how to do that. So guys, let me get, I want to get a couple fresh pads over here, because I've been working on those all night. And we're going to, well, you're going to wait for me for a second is what I guess we're going to do. And let me get a couple pads and some clips and all my stuff. And we're going to make it look, hopefully better. You know what I mean? Hopefully better. Hey, I got a question for you guys. What do you guys, I've been thinking more about LeBron James lately. I've never collected LeBron really that much, but I feel like he's a good guy to grab some cards from, because I think we all got used to him for so long because he's played for like most of people's lifetimes. But I've been looking for some LeBron stuff lately. I think that he's a fun guy to collect. You guys picking up anything new from anybody different? And I know that like LeBron's, you know, probably one of the most collected people out there, so it's not that big of a bold statement, you know what I mean? But I just I've been paying attention to some of his older stuff lately, and you know, it was fun to watch his career, you know what I mean? Oh, Mike, I like Jordan. It ain't about one or the other. I'm an equal opportunity collector. that gives me more things to collect. But dude, Jordan stuff, man, freaking expensive, you guys. And I know, I mean, the thing is, I was sleeping on it. That's why I think that some LeBron James stuff, I feel like there's some really undervalued great stuff from LeBron. And I was saying that compared to Michael Jordan, you know, because like if there was numbered Michael Jordan rookie cards, just think of how much money they'd be worth. And then like, you know, there's some crazy expensive LeBron James stuff, but I feel there's some hidden gems out there. Yeah, Jordan Commons are crazy. Yeah, they are. So here's what I want to show you guys. Yeah, I know, man. I'm like priced out of Kobe now too, because all the cool shit that I like is like I like autographs or patches or things like that. And it's like you want an autographed Kobe patch card, that'll be $23,000, and it's like what, So here's all the spray I'm going to use on this one, you guys. I'm not gonna put spray on the back of this card right now. I'm just gonna semi-soak the front pad, because I don't really like getting the back shiny side that wet on these. I just don't. So, Dennis Rodman's a good one. I like Dennis. I've always liked Dennis Rodman. So, being that he was a Piston when I was a kid, and we all called him the Worm, and Dennis was awesome. Dennis would go to like any public appearances. He'd go to like I think it was like Little Caesars Pizza was where Dennis would always go when we were growing up, and he was like, Dennis was a cool dude, man. He was a nice guy. I'm sure he still is, but. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I'm starting with. It's 4. All right, so let's flip this thing around. I think Dennis Rodman would be one of the hardest working basketball players to ever play basketball. If you guys weren't even familiar with Dennis, I'm sure most people know Dennis Rodman, but if you didn't get to grow up watching him play, the guy was an animal, man. You never seen somebody put their body on the line for a freaking rebound or a basketball ever, man. And the greatest thing about Dennis too is he was highly irritating. He was out there having fun while everybody's taking everything so seriously. Like Dennis was he played the game. He played the game on the court, and he played the game in everybody's head. And he was just the ideal freaking teammate. And of course he was a diva and hard to handle, but that's what great teammates sometimes are like, and it's like welcome to dealing with super highly competitive, crazy, unique people, you know what I mean? But yeah, Dennis was freaking boss, and I was sad when Dennis left Detroit. I remember my mom was so heartbroken too. We all loved Dennis, and we felt like we watched him grow up, and then he took off, and he did great things, man. He won a lot of basketball games. Yeah, probably not the best dad either. But yeah, as a basketball player and as a guy that, had a great work ethic on the court, for sure. And he kind of turned out to be a diplomat of all people. I don't know what he was doing. But you guys, all right. So, let's review. We did a lot tonight, man. Covered, let's see, since I got my review list. Have you ever tried 8 clips on there? You can put 8 clips on your pad. That's fine. But you guys, I do like starting for sports cards. I like using the little light finger clips like these, because it's not about smashing the card. It's about holding it in the right place. So I would suggest. Man, I got the hiccups. Pardon me. So I would suggest just using the light clips on sports cards, especially if you want to get them graded, because if you pinch down a sports card too much, you don't want to smash them. You got to keep them in the right shape. Pokemon cards, you can pretty much I got bigger clamps for you can even do stuff like this on a Pokemon card. If you got a dent in the middle of it and you need to get a grip like in the middle of the plate, go to the Home Depot, walk up and down the aisles. You guys will find card care tools everywhere. There's always something, But so tonight, you guys, slab clean. We did a slab clean, got the scratches off. So if you want to see that, we did that tonight. The Yu-Gi-Oh, that turned out to be I'm proud of that one. That was good. That turned out really good. We got scratches off the back of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. So if you're a gaming card collector and you want to see some scratch removal off the back of a card, that one went really well. I like that one a lot. So thanks for asking for that. You guys pretty much programmed this whole show, so thank you for that too. I'm good at following directions. Just tell me what you guys like and I'll do it. The Barry Sanders, I followed up from last week. The card beat me. I couldn't do anything with it. So if you guys watch that, I had a dent in the Barry Sanders from last week. I couldn't do anything with it. So the card, Kurt versus card, the card won on the Barry Sanders. Walter Payton, all I could do, you guys, is that little bump on the side. Got a 6. I'll send it in again and see if I can get a better grade on it. Or they just might consider a card that's a little off-centered and got a little touch of oil. I'll see if I can get that oil stain off. I'll look at it, you know what I mean? I'll try to make it better, but I just felt like it was better looking than a 6. I feel like 6 was like too low. Whatever. And then the Brady card, man, fingers crossed on this, because I love Tom Brady. He's my favorite football player. He'd be my favorite guy to collect. That's my best collection I have is Tom Brady cards. I was just intrigued because it was a 5.5 with a 4.5 surface. But I felt even better after opening it up. I'm like, this is whack. I'm like, it doesn't look that bad. But I don't know. You know what I mean? And I like Beckett Grading Company. You know, I think they've been consistent for many, many years, you know, when it comes to getting a grade from them. So I trust their grading department. I think they do a good job. So I'll send it back to Beckett at some point. I'll tell you guys how we do. Whew. All right. Now, last question of the night I see when somebody said when I do a card soak. Yep, card spray. You guys, I use that for... And let me mention this to you guys. One more nugget before we go. If you're working on vintage cards, like say I wanted to do 3 cards with gum stains on the back. See the gum? You guys can soak all 3 of these in a card bath at once if you want. I just do one at a time because I'm showing you guys like a demonstration, so I want it to be like easy to look at. But back when I used to do cards for customers, and I had, I'd have a stack on my desk where I'm always having to work and clean. I'd soak 4 or 5 cards a time, and then I'd have all my drying set up, but I would have to set it all up where I'm doing a bunch of work at once, and so I wiped off. Somebody asked me, did you wipe the polish off of the Walter Payton card? Yes, I did. And let me see if you guys can see what I'm seeing. It's still damp is what I'm trying to show you. I got this whole spot damp with card spray. Or, rewind. Damp with card polish. And I'm waiting for it to evaporate to see if I can pull that little stain out. I'll keep you guys posted. But everything else looks really good. I mean, there was nothing else I could do on it. Yeah, and then if you guys work on cards for customers and you got customers send you like 4 or 5 vintage cards at a time. Yeah, dude, that's birthday boy. So he's 6 years old. Yesterday, I forgot to tell him happy birthday yesterday, and I felt bad. Doesn't that suck? It's like he's my best buddy and he's with me all the time. And I was like, Logan, I forgot it was your birthday. So yeah, birthday buddy is crashed out for the night because we went out hiking. Do you guys ever get my messages and if you hear me huffing and puffing, I'm sorry, but sometimes I do my best customer service while walking around in the woods. So if you ever hear that, it's me and this dude doing laps out in the woods while talking in my phone. And I'm sure people that walk past me are like, why is this guy out in the woods talking on his damn cell phone? Well, you know what? Don't worry about me talking on my cell phone in the woods. But I swear I'll sometimes get looks, and I'm like, I'm out here every day. Don't look at me like that. But whatever. Yeah, people are I'm walking past people going, put it between pads and plates and soak it and hold it real tight. I get some looks. Do you know that I was out walking in the woods? I bullshit you not. I'll tell you this quick story. I was out walking in the woods, and I'm talking in my phone, and a guy and his wife and kids are walking past me. And the guy says to me, hey, are you Kurt, the dude that does cards online? And I go, yeah. He goes, I could hear you talking, and I could tell that was you. Out in the woods, out in the freaking woods, walking in the forest, And then my wife was with me, and she's like, no way. She's like, that dude knew your voice walking in the forest of all places. So I'm getting slap happy. I'll call it a night, you guys. But I'll follow up with you guys tomorrow. I'll show you our progress. And you guys show me your progress. I'm always happy to see what you guys got going on. So keep me posted on all the cool stuff you guys are working on. You know what I mean? But thanks for coming out. I know it's been a long one tonight. I'll let you guys go. Take care of yourself. Take care of your cards, and get ready for another great season of football, man. So anyways, man, I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys, thanks for all the messages. Appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you real soon. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.